years, still 9 out of 10 cases have not been resolved. In other words, there's no justice for those journalists who've been killed, or for their families, or for the societies who no longer have access to the stories they would have brought us.
Why are journalists being killed, and why are their killers often not being brought to justice?
Some of the journalists are killed in conflict situations, in war situations, and of course that is complicated to track down and prosecute, although journalists should be treated as civilians in a war situation. But increasingly we are seeing journalists killed in non-conflict situations, and they are being killed because they are reporting on wrongdoing, or they are speaking truth to power. And so you have officials, you have mafia, you have mobs that are attacking journalists, and this is being often fomented by hostile rhetoric against the press.
And where you sometimes say there is a decline in journalists being killed, the number being put in prison is going up.
Exactly. In fact, there's a correlation that the number of countries with the highest killings have fewer journalists in prison, and countries where they're not being killed, more journalists are being put in jail. But another trend that we're seeing, which worsens this whole picture, is a massive increase of online attacks against journalists, especially women journalists. And guess what? There's impunity for those attacks as well. In this case, the social media companies are not taking the necessary action to protect journalists from mob attacks online.